You can look at gymnastics and figure skating and tennis and anything. I mean, basically, you can look at anything because from the time we were supposedly emancipated, we've been held back from, oh, I don't know, mortgage loans, and we've been held back from certain types of education. And so, what I'm saying is, there's a reason that the so-called majority or the class in power continues to circle back and make sure that there's enough shackling going on at the minoritized communities level, because they're the ones who are afraid of the competition. We're just trying to get on.
Yeah.
We just want an opportunity.
Yep.
And I don't want to just focus on black people because I'm also a woman. I'm also introverted. Like, there are a lot of different intersections where I show up and where people all over, all across the country show up. And so I don't want to make it seem like it's just one thing. The one thing that's the issue is not race, it's not gender, it's not socioeconomic class. The issue is equity or the lack thereof. And we can even go back to the Dr. Seuss book. I don't remember the exact name of it, but the point of the book was, I think the Sneetches, either if you didn't have a star, then you were, on the right side. You were good. You were in, and then the decision was made that so many Sneetches didn't have a star that now you had to have a star, and if you have a star, everything's okay. It's that type of mentality where why can't we just have equity? And now we really get to see who's bringing it and who isn't. When you talk about DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, a lot of times you'll hear people say, "Oh, well, that means definitely." It means definitely earned it, and then other people will say didn't earn it. Well, I mean, let's zoom out and look and see. Let's look at the upcoming administration coming out of Washington.
None of them earned it.
You know what I'm saying? But
they earned it a certain way, but not how they should have.
Again, circling back to my original question, are we supposed to pretend that we don't notice any of this and wake up every day and it's business as usual? It occurs to me that is the expectation.
Yeah. And I think you do see that, and part of it is, like people always say about conspiracy theories and following the bouncing ball, you see that with our society today, whether that's with Donald Trump getting the majority of the vote of people who literally, based on his policies, have no business voting for him, or even just seeing how many... I think, again, everyone's allowed to vote the way that they want to, but I think you saw a too big portion of African Americans, Hispanics, voting for someone who has no interest in helping them whatsoever.
And women, don't forget women.
Yeah, women, big time. That was... It's not surprising. So I'm saying all that to say, I think a lot of people don't realize how they're being manipulated. And I think we said this in the last episode, but so many people are being manipulated, whether they're doing the manipulating and not realize they're also being manipulated. It's just like what Reagan used to say, trickle-down economics. And that's legit what you have going on here. So you have people who are, let's say, in the upper middle class, borderline rich, who think that they are in the same class of Elon Musk. They're in the same class of Donald Trump. They see themselves in these people, and they don't even realize they're not even in the same atmosphere as these people. Not even the same universe. It's levels to this. And then you have people that are in the middle class who are struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, who are like, I want to get to that upper, almost borderline rich class, and the Hispanics are holding me back. The illegal immigrants are holding me back. The people who are on welfare are holding me back. And then you have the people basically who are poor, who are thinking, these elites are telling me that the illegals are holding me back. That's why I'm poor. Mm-hmm. Or a lot of these people who don't speak English are taking my job, so on and so forth. But literally, it's the elite who are paying to have these robots made to take my job. It's crazy. Just again, like we said earlier, if you take 5 seconds or 10 seconds to think outside of maybe you don't know everything that you think you know, you'd realize you don't know nothing. And that's really where America is. And you see it all over the world. There's a reason that Russia is the way that it is. There's a reason that they're going to war with Ukraine, and they've been doing this for however many years, because they have people thinking that this is what will make them great again. Just like Donald Trump. We
can talk about the Gaza Strip too, but I don't want to get canceled, so move on.
Well, I don't mind getting canceled, because I think that is one of the craziest.
It was kind of a tongue-in-cheek joke, but it really is not.
That's one of the craziest things right there.
I mean, I watched a TV program the other day, and they wanted to talk about Israel starting in 1946. But that's cool and everything, but that kind of reminds me of us talking about the United States starting in 1972.
Well, started in 1776. Then we're just gonna skip this part right here and
right, exactly.
go to 2020.